On Monday, October 27th, Mayor Mark Gerritsen will be stepping down, and Kingstonians will have the power to choose who takes his place as mayor. There are 6 people running for mayor in this election. We contacted all of them for an interview here at QTV, but 3 of them did not reply, either because they were not interested, or they are confused about how to answer emails and telephone calls. Scott Foster is from Winnipeg and earned a triple major arts degree from the University of Washington. Upon coming to Kingston, he worked at the Collins Bay Correctional Facility. Michael Owen is running what he calls a no-budget campaign from his laptop and cell phone. He does not have a website. Brian Patterson got his master's and PhD at Queen's and is now an assistant professor of economics at RMC. Rick Downs was the first person to contact us for an interview, so we went to his HQ at the time that was best for him. When we arrived, his office was locked with no one in sight, so we had to come to some conclusions only based on what we could see from the window of his HQ. Like the fact that he only owns 1 car and likes Kingston Transit as much as QTV, that he supports literacy but does not support the use of bookshelves, and he has a friend named Mary, who also did not show up. We decided to move on to Brenda Slomka, who has been a Kingston resident for the past 8 years. We asked her to outline her platform and why it is important for students to vote.
Thank you. I'm running for mayor because I believe that we need a change and I want to contribute to changing the status quo. So the values that I'm running on are values of cooperation, creativity, and compassion. And I believe these values will move us as a city into the 21st century to be a city that is extremely entrepreneurial, innovative, and truly sustainable. First of all, I think it's important for everyone to vote. I think when we consider the unrest in certain parts of our world today, a number of people fighting for and advocating for the right to cast a ballot. I also think as a woman, and as we consider the vote for women, as we consider the vote for First Nations, I think it's really important. And so specifically, I think students are part of our community. Whether you're here for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or you stay longer, you are inhabitants of the city of Kingston. And so for me, it's a key piece that no matter where you are, it's a privilege and an honor to vote. And so I think students, I think intrinsic in what I've been saying is that you're part of our community and we need to hear from you.
Dorothy Hector was in the first class of women to graduate from RMC, where she is still actively involved. We asked her the same questions we asked Brenda.
Well, I'd like Queen students to know that my first plank is all about the core area business of the city, and that is the things that matter most to most residents. And that's roads, sidewalks, snow plowing, services that everyone needs in the city, including garbage pickup, and all those things to get around the city and do the things that they like to do. The second plank is all about economic development and the creation of jobs. The important thing for our economy is to grow beyond just being a public sector city. It's about getting the private enterprise up and running, innovation and entrepreneurship. And the third plank is about our key pieces of infrastructure, like a third crossing, the airport runway expansion, and the water and wastewater expansion projects. If we don't do those things and set the foundation for the future, we're really doing a disservice for future generations. I think it's essential for everyone who is of age to vote, to participate in this democracy that is ours. The only way a democracy survives, the only way a democracy is successful is if there is participation and active engagement. And students have a voice, and they need to use that voice to the best advantage. If you really want things to be better, you really want the opportunity to have good jobs, you really want to have the opportunity to get around our community, then make sure you put your paper in the ballot and tell us who you want to lead this community, who's going to meet your needs.